Currency football cast, we're here to light the fire. Spin facts and stats, you know we never tire. Bringing the heat up, that ash you won't retire. Busting through the mic, our voices never expire. We ignite the spirit, never fading out. Light the torch, USC fans rise up high. On this podcast, we aim for the sky. Knowledge and entertainment never lie. Together we stand, let the truth amplify.
What's going on, Trojan fans? Welcome back to another live episode of the Light the Torch podcast, where we provide insider information, kind of, not really. We just like to act like we're insiders because we get that we're insiders, right? According to some other YouTubers that act like. I'm sorry, I'm going off on a little tangent here. I'm still not over it. Okay, if you guys know, you know. But yep. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. We've got some interesting information that Lincoln Riley has kind of divulged that we didn't think he would say this early on in the spring practice here. But so yeah, we're going to talk about some spring practice updates. We got some portal updates, and then we also have some recruiting with guns. So stay tuned for all that information here. But let me go ahead and introduce the guys. We got Mr. B Jones to my right here. How's it going, B Jones?
Right on.
All right, and then we have Guns, the leader of our Twitch channel. How's it going, Guns?
Doing good. Excited to
By
talk
the
football.
way, we won the national championship. So,
yes, back to back. Yeah,
back-to-back national champs.
Yeah, so we have high stakes going into next year's game. So yeah, if you guys want to join up, let us know.
We need a new quarterback.
But yeah, we might need a new quarterback
because Guns decided to enter the NFL draft. So if you guys want to be the quarterback, just let us know. $1.99 to become a quarterback. That's all it takes. But yeah, real quick, of course, shout outs to Kristen for the $5 donor, always supporting us. We really appreciate you, man. So shout outs to you. But yeah, so go ahead and let's go ahead and talk about. Do you guys want to talk about the transfer portal updates that we got so far? We got some great players that they're not like the one and done kind of players, but Chad Bowden has a method to his madness here. So we'll talk about the transfer portal additions here. So go ahead and Guns, go give us the updates.
Yeah, so we got two commits thus far in the portal. First one again is Kennedy Urlacher, a safety that was at Notre Dame. So we had connections there, obviously, with Bowden, and yeah, young safety, about 3-4 years left of eligibility. I kind of maybe would call him like a hybrid safety, maybe linebacker type of guy. Definitely loves special teams, and I think that's kind of going to be his spot this upcoming season. He loves to hit people, so he flies around, so love to see that. And then we have another young linebacker, about 3 years left of eligibility. Tamir Robinson out of Penn State. He committed yesterday, and this is somebody that has the potential to get into the rotation and excel in his football career. So excited to see what he can do for us. And it sounds like that will kind of solidify the linebacker positions. Do have some updates other than our commits. So Rayshawn Pleasant, Tulane DB, just announced to Auburn. We were a top option, and honestly, I was going to mention that we were going to be that option. But as you just heard, he is an Auburn Tiger. So look for the staff to probably pivot for Emmanuel Kernley. He is a Miami DB. He was at Arizona this past year. He went to Miami during the winter portal. He could be an option, right, given the Pleasant's announcement. And he fits more of that Danton Lynn mold of a DB, 6'3", tall, lengthy type of player. And then again, the staff is still looking at O-line, tight end, wide receiver. They're really just kind of circling through the options. I have a couple tight ends here Bowden Grown from Rice. Keep an eye on him as a potential option. No set visit with us, and he is currently visiting Wisconsin this week, so we'll see if any news shakes out there. Another tight end, Jackson Davis from out of Mississippi Valley State, went to DeSoto, Texas. So good high school out there in Texas. Another potential option, so we'll see there. And then a wide receiver. There's been some smoke around this guy, Trebor Pena, wide receiver Pena. Syracuse wide receiver, excuse me. We haven't gotten official confirmation that he's going to be visiting, but our name has been circled up and mentioned as a potential visit. So we'll keep you updated there. Hopefully his price tag is a little bit lower than from the coach's words. We'll see, but he's definitely a good option for us. Another less to get in that rotation and make some noise. But yeah, that's kind of it for the portal side of recruiting.
So you didn't mention one guy, man.
Who did I miss?
Flo, man. Justin Flo.
Oh, Justin Flo. Yes, he did. No, you're good. Yeah, he did enter just now. It feels like the staff is good because it was mentioned that we weren't going to get Robinson and Gary Bryant III, who did announce his commitment to Syracuse. But you never know. Technically we're still one short if you wanted to compare the numbers to last year. So yeah, we'll find out if they're gonna go after him. And then the answer to the question is yes. The ends the end of the 25th. So at 11:59 p.m. is the last time somebody can enter the portal. Obviously, we can still talk to those people and get them to commit afterward.
So there's been a lot of interesting stories going around with Mr. Flo, man,
really?
On social media. I don't know the details of everything, man, but it looks very disturbing. I'll just leave it at that. But if you guys know Justin Flo, right up there, man, pray for him. Say that. And pray for his soul. If that's the stories that are going around true. Of course, with social media, you can't really put too much into that, but
that is true.
I pray for the man, hope for the best. There's very disturbing stories going around.
Well, either way, I think with everything that we've been doing within the portal, I think we definitely are going to be selective. And if you guys haven't heard or watched the video from Josh Pate, his interview with Lincoln Riley, he definitely kind of owned up to his missteps early on, where he feels like he should have been kind of focusing more on high school development and the more high school players and recruiting instead of focusing on the transfer portal. So definitely give that video a watch. It's 30 minutes or so, I think. And it's really good. There is some coach speak, of course, but definitely there's some stuff where he's pretty honest. And so it's refreshing. And and there's some behind the scenes stuff that Josh Pate talked about in a video before the interview dropped. So definitely a lot of people are taking notice now. We've noticed it for a while, but the talking heads are really starting to take notice, and it's kind of unsettling that they're giving us too much love. So I don't know. I just feel like they're jumping on the bandwagon right now, and they're really tooting the horn. So. But
yeah, and he even did a 12-minute video with Bowden as well. So yeah, he was able to talk with Lincoln. It was only about 12 minutes, so nothing the same length as Lincoln. But yeah, even the behind the scenes. I think the behind the scenes video was really good. That was only about 6 minutes, but basically he just mentioned the atmosphere is different. Yeah, how he felt and compared us to other top programs, and so I really enjoyed that part of it.
I like the fact that he preferenced, you guys may not believe what I'm saying because you guys just go based off what you guys see with their record, but things are changing. We're still getting momentum, even though we had a lackluster season last year. So, yeah, the haters are going to, like, regardless of anything, the haters are going to always just seven whatever. Like that's all they're going to reference, and they say the same thing over and over again. So it's not going to change until we put it out there on the field. So. Like they still use the same argument that we don't play defense, but that was like 2022, 2023. Like, chill.
So back to sorry, let me cut you off.
Yeah, no worries.
So back to I don't. All right, so
you opened up a floodgate here.
Yeah.
I know. I see it, but listen, I'm not gonna. I can't get into what's being said, man. If you find it on social media, cool. It's just disturbing, man. So just like I said, just pray for him, man. Keep Justin Flo in your prayers, man. We hope that for the best situation. But I'm sorry, you mentioned no, man, I lost my train of thought, man. Thinking about that.
What do you mean? Why are you acting like me over
here?
here?
Man, you rubbing off on me, I guess, man. Pause. Yeah. All right. What were you saying though? Let's move on.
No, just talking about how Josh Pate's been kind of praising us and everything. Yep. But yeah, definitely give that interview a watch. But yeah, any other questions you guys have in the
there it is.
About the transfer portal?
I remember. So I'll just say the thing is about the talking heads is they know that college football is better when USC is good. Whether they hate it or love it, they know that the game is better for the game of football when the attention is out here in the largest market in the sport. So it probably pains them at times to talk positively about USC, but they know that at some point they're going to have to. They know what's coming. So
yeah. All right, let's go ahead and move on forward. Unless anyone else has any questions about transfer portals, go ahead and just leave them on there. Leave them in the chat. And then if we need to, we'll go back and we'll circle back. So we're going to go into some spring portal updates. So Lincoln Riley just recently did an interview, a media scrum yesterday, and people were talking about Hassan Longstreet and where he's at in his development, if he's pushing for the starting position. And then Lincoln Riley just went out and said that Jaden's QB1, and he didn't sugarcoat it or kind of beat around the bush. He just flat out said that Jaden is QB1, and he's saying that he's doing great with making the right decisions, which is what everyone and their mother has been saying is his decision making. So, and that's what we've kind of harped on a little bit during some of the games, even when we win, is some of his decisions have been questionable. So that's definitely great to hear that he's actually making some improvements, and hopefully that what they were saying that he has a QB coach is really helping. So what are you guys' thoughts?
I like it. Sorry to jump in. I'm kind of surprised that he even mentioned that he's QB1 right away. I don't remember this with Miller. So I think that just speaks highly with Lincoln and his confidence with Maeva. So excited to see how the growth continues into fall camp.
Yeah, what were you saying, B. Jones?
Oh no, I mean, you guys hit it right on the head. The timing is pretty interesting. I thought he'd probably wait to even announce that something like that.
Yeah.
Just keep a little bit of the pressure and the competition going. But it is good to hear, man, that Jaden is separating himself. That means there's been a lot of growth, especially hearing that his decision making has been the most notable. His improvement, because I'm pretty sure that's our only knock on him, right? It's just he made some pretty awful decisions at times.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, it's all good to hear, man. It kind of takes pressure off of Jaden a little bit. He can go into the fall camp knowing that he's the guy. that brings another level of confidence, and especially for a player like Jaden, a gunslinger, he needs all that confidence. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, I'm expecting big things out of him because of that.
Yeah, and it definitely helps also the wide receivers. They know who they need to be spending most of their time with, building that connection. And but it definitely seems like him and Jacoby have a real strong connection. I wouldn't be surprised if all those catches from that Jacoby Lane has been making have been from Jaden. So that kind of squashes that a little bit. Like people have been wondering like who's making those passes, and it probably is Jaden. So give all the credit to him, and this is the best case scenario for Hassan as well. So he can sit back and learn and have a year in the system. So when it is his time, he could it'll be a smooth transition, and there's not hopefully there's not too many like rough patches, because he's definitely going to have some playing time during the first few games. He should have playing time. We should be blowing out these teams and getting him some game time experience. So it's definitely good, because we were under the impression that we weren't going to figure out who QB1 was until like the end of fall.
Right. I mean, I got to be honest. I am not one that was pushing for Longstreet to be the starter so soon.
I kind of was when I saw highlights.
Although I'm very high on Longstreet.
Are you sure? I thought you were.
Yeah, despite what Blackie Chan may tell you, I have always been very high on Hassan Longstreet. But it's just you playing a dangerous game when you throw a true freshman in there that early. You know what I mean? I mean, of course, it's been done, but we've also seen some go the opposite direction.
Yeah.
You throw them in there too early, and it doesn't look so good, and their confidence is shot. Then you got to rebuild the confidence, and on top of everything else that they have to learn. So for any athlete in any sport, man, once that confidence is gone, it's pretty hard to develop a guy. You know what I mean? So
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, I like that we're bringing him on slowly, man. I have full belief that he's going to be great by the time he's done here. He's gonna, his name may even be in the Raptors, man. So we'll see. But yeah, man, it's good to hear that Jaden's really doing his thing, man, making improvements.
Wait, what?
What?
Is he talking about Malachi Nelson?
I would assume so, yeah.
Oh my God.
What?
I guess you could say we dodged a bullet.
Pop up in here.
Not touching that one, but
why not?
Yeah.
Come on, B Jones.
Wishing the best.
Yeah, hope the best. Yeah, that's all I can say too.
Yeah, Guns and B Jones both have like really good hats. Like the one that B Jones has an interesting story behind it.
Yeah, I like that fact.
It was gifted by I don't know. I cannot tell you who gave me this gift, or if the gift was really even for me. Man, it was literally sitting outside my car. When I walked, my wife didn't do it. She claims she didn't do it. But yeah, man.
I'd be a little nervous though, because they know who you are.
I don't know that. I don't know that.
They have to know who you are.
No idea. B Jenks, what's going on, man? But yeah, I know I did, man.
Nelson not in the portal. Okay.
Yeah, it looks like it's not official. I did see maybe some rumors.
Oh, so you know how many Malachi's there?
Where is he at right now?
Random accounts. Yeah, going back to like spring practice. I know Josh kind of asked about this. They are looking, at some different options in the DB room. So yeah, Pierce Fitz and Ramsey at nickel has been something they're looking at. We'll see if that transitions into fall and obviously into the season. But I mean, personally, I'm a fan of having the three safeties on the field. Have high confidence in all three of those guys. So I'm excited to see what can be done with the DB room, especially given some of the youth with the corners. So it might be. Hopefully this doesn't come out wrong, but with the youth that we have, maybe having less of the corners out there is going to be a good thing. Like,
Yeah.
in a way. So
It's definitely going to. There's some interesting competitions going on in the secondary, but it's all like from what Lincoln Riley was saying is that it's not like negative competition. Like it's not like where they're worried about who's going to be starting. They're just worried about just making sure that like all the best ones are out there. Like because there's like Marcellus. Can be a starter. We have a lot of people who could be starters here pretty soon.
absolutely.
So it's just who's gonna squeak out the starting position over the other. So
yeah, it seems like from a corner perspective, seems like DJ is going to be one of them. And that's the name I really hear a lot. Even Trayvon Reed, our cornerbacks coach. He said, our DJ is definitely a leader. So I think that other spot's definitely out there. Carlos, Salas, Conley. One of the young guys, right? Alex Graham, Castro. So we'll see what happens. I'm definitely excited just about the potential that we have there, though. So
yeah. And if you guys are not following USC on Twitter, like they just recently had Cam Fountain mic'd up, and
yes.
definitely go ahead and give that a watch. It's really interesting. It's fun to see him get loose out there, and he's having a lot of fun. And just seeing him next to Keyshawn Silvers kind of blew my mind because they say Cam's at 6'5", and they have Keyshawn at 6'4", but it looks a little bit more off. But either way, Cam Fountain's a beast, and it shows. And I expect. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets double-digit sacks this year. If he's really growing this fast and getting to be a starter at this point, I definitely have a lot of high hopes for Cam Fountain. But let's see what else. What else of note have we heard about spring practice? I heard that there was a big hit on Jacoby Lane. I forgot who was the one that had the big hit on him. I know Connor Morset said it in the breakdown, but I can't remember. But they said it was a big pop. It may have been
maybe Ramsey. I know Ramsey was in one of these videos that had a good tackle.
Ramsey, or it could have been Bishop.
Yeah, maybe. I want to say it was Bishop.
Yeah.
But the way Connor described it, man, it sounded like it was the biggest, or at least his reaction to it. Sounded like it was the biggest hit he's ever seen, man. So.
Yeah, and he didn't even see it.
Right.
Oh, maybe it was Desmond. Yeah.
Could have been Desmond.
But I've heard great things with Lions Walker. Given kind of sitting down leg. So Lincoln has mentioned him and talked highly about Walker and his growth in the system. I think he's definitely going to. I think at the end of the day, I think he's going to be the top guy. I think there's going to be some rotations. I think we're going to see, multiple tight ends out there. In my opinion, we'll see. Excited to see Walker ball out this year.
What's this one? Top of the Lions.
Walter says it was DJ Harvey.
Oh, okay, there you go. I know it was the transfer. There you go.
Yeah, and there is some conflicting reports of that the offensive line is doing good over the defensive line, and just two insiders are saying one opposite thing. So I'm not going to say who, but either way, it sounds like Tobias is really taking a huge step forward on that right side. So a lot of people are still saying that we should still go after a tackle or a center. And at this point, we don't know how the practices are going because we don't get to really see it. But I'm feeling a lot more comfortable with our offensive line situation, with how Tobias is coming along, and we also do have someone right behind him with JT. So it definitely is looking a lot brighter. And like Lincoln was saying, that they kind of want to focus on developing rather than relying on the transfer portal. So.
Yeah, and with how the portal has gone in terms of the old line, it's still slow.
Yeah,
we were looking at the Bryce George kid Obviously, we were expecting a visit there, but he ultimately, picked Iowa. And ever since that, it's, again, it's been slow. So, yeah, I mean, I think that kind of is a telling sign of how they feel with the O line and some of the depth pieces that we have behind the starters. So, we'll see. Again, all we need to have them is in the portal by the end of Friday, and then we can still talk to them after. So we'll see what transpires.
And what's really good about what's going on is, like, knock on wood, we haven't had like any significant like departures.
Yep.
So we've been pretty low key when it comes to our departures, but we've also been adding some good depth and good pieces that are going to help us in the future. So,
absolutely.
Yep. In all honesty, like, I feel like this is probably the best case scenario for USC, that we feel that we're confident with the pieces that we have, and that we don't feel that we need to hit hard on the transfer portal, which is what Lincoln Riley was talking about. So, go ahead.
Yeah, it's funny you said that, because if you look at all the top teams, right, in college football right now, how many guys have they actually lost? That I know. So that speaks to the culture of what we have going on. And of course, I believe Chad Bowden is making a huge difference as well, as far as the NIL side of things.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. So we're, like Pate said, man, we're right on par with everyone else. So.
Yeah, and I like the fact that Lincoln and Chad have been kind of doing these kind of media tours or whatever. I feel like it's really good advertisement for players that want to come to USC. Like, it's definitely putting us in a good light, and it's definitely helping us out. So, what else do we want to talk about? Anyone in the chat have any questions? B. Jenkins was saying, please don't hurt Jacoby. Like, Jacoby's gonna have a big year. And Makai is back. He's there's videos of him catching punt returns and everything. So that's definitely good to see. Keyshawn Silver is practicing, like what Lincoln said, that he'll probably be towards the end of spring. So it's definitely good that he's getting some reps out there. So.
Yeah, I wonder. I think another person that was supposed to. I haven't seen him, at least in videos, or I've heard about him, is Anthony Lucas. So, hope all is well with his recovery as we go through the end of the spring and into fall camp. But I mean, he's somebody that's been in the system. So, personally, I wasn't too worried about him. But I mean, it's still, at the end of the day, you want to get reps. You want to, make sure you're ready for the game. So, will be interesting to see if we hear something towards tomorrow, Saturday, before the end of spring.
Yeah. Anthony James says, I'm very excited about the development of the left side of the line, Paige and Noah, especially Noah. He's my pick for most improved. Do you think Noah's going to be on left, or do you think he'll be on right?
He'll be on the right. From what I'm hearing, DJ Wingfield is the one that's next to Paige, and from what Paige has said, he likes DJ right next to him. He feels comfortable. Looks like they're meshing well. So excited to see this entire group.
I guess I'll just go ahead and show this real quick here, because Josh was saying, I heard Devin Tompkins is looking nice, and he makes a pretty good play in this, though. But this is Cam Pound being mic'd up right now. So Cam's definitely looking good.
Come on, don't do what to do.
You be saying crazy stuff, and you ain't telling nobody you hot.
Hey, rats don't say nothing.
And here's Devin Tompkins right here, making a big tackle. Was that on Eli?
No.
No.
You mic'd up?
Yeah.
Was Eli number 2?
Oh, yeah, you're right.
It was on Noah.
Oh no, that was Wayman.
Yeah, it was Alani versus
Mic'd up.
That was Wayman Jordan getting.
the running back. Sorry, yes,
number 2.
You know what I'm saying?
I bet Mama K is really enjoying seeing Cam mic'd up like this. Oh yeah, shout outs to Cam for getting his, Mama K a new car, by the way.
They can blame it out. Pretty sure.
A brand new car shipped all the way over to
Yes,
out to
sir.
her.
Let's do it, coach. Oh yeah, you know I got you, coach. Huh?
Oh yeah.
Oh God, who was that on?
Come on, man.
Play on me, man.
How y'all doing, man?
Who was that on? Was that a tight end?
I see how y'all
Say
get
again?
on the mic.
Who did he just bull rush right there?
Okay.
Was that Walker
Yeah.
Lyons that he just bull rushed?
Yeah.
Came from the bottom, down below.
Come on, man. Cam was spitting. I was trying to hear his bars.
Yeah, baby.
Prophet Brown.
Get in the mic. Get in the mic. There we go, baby.
Shout out to PB, man. He ain't been talked about enough.
I'm gonna see a lot of number 9 during the season.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's Keyshawn,
You feel me?
who's 37.
ED!
37 is Lorenzo Cal. Oh,
Get in the mic. Get in the mic. Get in the mic. I like it. Get in the mic. Y'all know what it is.
I'm drawing a blank. Yeah, I wanted to say Lorenzo, but
Yeah.
it's gone.
no,
So-
that was Lorenzo.
Come to the
It
field.
was okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Defense on our come up.
Makes sense.
Come on, we up.
You feel me?
that's why I stopped saying it. I was like, oh God.
Oh, gotcha.
Clip form OD, man.
Watch out, because K5 about to have a season.
Hey, don't work on me. Don't work on 3. 1, 2, 3. Don't work. Bye, everybody. K5 signing out. Right on.
He said, "Bye, everyone."
Yeah, dude's hilarious. That's good to see him. So
Nope, absolutely.
Working hard, having fun. Man. That's what you like to see.
oh look, Mr. Raul Flores. All right, so that's spring practice updates here, and we got some recruiting stuff. So, do you guys want to move into the recruiting side? There's some recruiting stuff that has just recently dropped. So, we'll go ahead and go into that here. So, take it away, Guns.
Yeah, we have some updates here, and then we'll go over some visitors as well for this weekend. But Kenyon Smith, an old lineman out of Colorado, he committed this week, pulled the trigger. So we got another offensive lineman. So excited to see this class continue to grow. Couple predictions. One is Ryder Lyons, quarterback out of Folsom High. Received the prediction from Pete Nakos, aka Narcos, if you want to call him that. But this one was just surprising for me from Pete's perspective, because normally he does portal, kind of looks into the breaking news. So I don't see his name. So I think this means a lot, is basically what I'm trying to say. He's well known in terms of the schools, the collectives, and he had a high confidence grade. So sounds like we're definitely closing the gap and looking to get Ryder to commit, which is great. He could be that package deal that he said. Next one was Elbert Hill, a DB out of Ohio. He received a prediction from Wilt Fong, aka Fong Bong. So big time DB in the state of Ohio, Big Ten country. So excited to see what we can do and close that recruitment as well. Sam Oot, an offensive lineman out of Orange Lutheran, he announced his top 5 essentially in an interview, and obviously we're one of the top 5s. Bama, Texas, SMU, and Washington round out that top 5 as well. So it just sounds like he's just going through the process, and then really his big thing is his family. What can a school do and help for his family as well. So I think that's really the big thing on Sam's recruitment. And then visitors this weekend. So we have a good amount of lists, and I'm sure they'll grow, and there could be some that don't ultimately visit, but we'll keep you updated there. But Lamar Brown, interior offensive lineman, defensive lineman, pretty much an athlete out of Louisiana. He's visiting this weekend. Big time visit here. Somebody that we have Henny, we have Jakeem, we got Coach Reed, right? Those 3, even Skylar Jones. Those are the big ones for the connections in Louisiana. So if we can get him and on campus and just him feeling the love, you never know what could happen with that recruitment. Kenye Pepe is scheduled to visit again, especially after visiting just past week. Roderick Tizino, a wide receiver out of Louisiana, he's kind of skyrocketing in recruiting. 6'2", somebody that's kind of coming out of nowhere, and somebody that we're pushing hard on. Xavier Griffin, SC commit. He'll be on campus this weekend. Nolan Wilson, excuse me, D lineman out of Mississippi. He's scheduled to visit. Kelvin Obot, an offensive tackle out of Idaho. Ryder Lyons is scheduled to be on the campus this weekend. Vlad D, his package deal will be on campus as well. Titan Davis, a D lineman out of Missouri, should be on campus. Tyreek Green, a safety out of Georgia. Braden Jones, an SC commit, edge out of Illinois. He'll be on campus. Mikael Blade, an edge out of Illinois. He'll be on campus. Jordan Thomas, a DB out of New Jersey. Ben Bolware, a D lineman out of North Carolina. And then lastly, Cam Harrion Johnson, a D lineman out of Bama. He's even a Bama commit. This is one that it wouldn't surprise me if he doesn't visit just because he's a commit. You never know, though, right? He is scheduled to visit as well. So we have great big time commits, and I think the key thing here is a lot of these are the out-of-staters, right? Outside of California. I do expect some of the Cali kids to probably still show up, as you heard, Ryder Lyons, Vlad D. So I'm sure other guys will be on campus, but definitely the focus this weekend is outsiders. And Anthony James, it's Ben Bolware. I think that's hopefully I'm not butchering his last name. A D lineman out of North Carolina. Yeah, Ben Bolware. Yeah, pretty much, right? Yeah. We'll see what happens with that recruitment, but excited for this list, this big time players. So especially Lamar Brown, I think that's the big one. Obviously Kenny Pepe. I mean, pretty much all these guys are big, but yeah, Lamar Brown's a huge one. So
yeah, and what are the odds that I would say it's a pretty high odd that Tom Tom's going to be on campus again. Dude, like that dude has been on campus. I think he's on campus more than some of these players are. Some of the actual players that are on the team. Like he lives on campus, and yet some of these like little duck insiders are still saying that he's gonna flip or whatever. But just on top of that, here let's highlight some of these insiders for Oregon, and they can't seem to be on the same page here. So this is in regards to Ryder Lyons here. This is Max Torres from On3, I'm assuming. He says, not too surprised to see this. I've had my pick for Ryder Lyons to USC since September. And I don't know who this is. I'm assuming it's an Oregon fan. He's like, man, you and Hop need to get together for a beer or something and get on the same page. A bunch of conflicting reporting on top targets. And then let me see if I can get the next screen here. Here. And then J-Hop right here is like, you want this to make you feel better about Oregon, get in Curtis, but we aren't out of the woods just yet. Lyons is a really good player, but I really felt like Oregon was better off timing-wise going with Curtis or hitting the portal for Dante. Like, I don't know. Like, it's just sad to see such delusion going on in this fan base, and their reporters as well. So, what B Jones? What do you want to say?
I'm not sad. I'm not sad about it. I'm enjoying it.
I feel like Justin Hopkins. It could be an early onset of a certain kind of mental disorder, and we can't wish that on anyone. But he's just so delusional at this point. Like, he keeps saying the same thing over and over again. We're not out of the woods, and like this recruit is not over yet. And it really is I feel like it is over for Tom. Like, he's literally living on campus right now. Anthony James, that screams no confidence in Curtis or Lyons for Hopkins. Yeah, I'll post my meme. B Jones will reshare it again, but it's just sad. Yeah. Anything else that we have in regards to recruiting. Any questions in the chat? Have any questions about recruiting? Josh says Pepe again. That's great. And according to Raul, he's a Cali kid. So even though he plays for IMG, he's from he was born in California, right?
Yep, we claim.
Yeah, we claim him. Josh, almost all Oregon 4 and 5-star commits over the past 5 years have been from Southern Cal. Not anymore. Yep. Like, we're not even letting Alabama in here. Like, Georgia hasn't even really come in here except for Van Spafford. Like, it's like really you're not seeing too many California kids committed elsewhere unless we clearly are not going after them. But any California kids that we're going after, we're landing them at this point. So Raul's chatting in the chat. He's from California. Yep.
He is from Cali. Lives in Florida. But yes, he's from Cali. He's from Cali.
All right. Anything else that you guys want to talk about from here? Because we've kind of hit on everything. Oh, B Jones just dipped out.
Wrong button. Yeah, I think we hit it and everything, man. I think we're good. So
yeah, honestly though, little bro's a little desperate. They got Nico's little bro, and apparently, Arkansas is requesting his $200,000 back, which I think that's the first time we've actually seen an NIL collective requesting their money back after a player transfers. Which, I mean, good on them. I wonder if he will actually request or get his. I wonder if he'll actually pay it back. I really don't know how that's going to work out, but that'd be pretty funny if he ends up having to use his NIL money that he's getting from UCLA to pay back Arkansas.
yeah, that's pretty interesting, man. We have to see how that plays out.
That whole Nico situation is just a cluster F.
Yeah, that could really open up the floodgates, man. If depending on how this plays out, if schools requesting money back.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think this could be a short episode at this point because we really hit on everything. Unless you guys have anything in the chat, or if you guys want to jump in and ask us a question directly, I'll go ahead and just put the link in the chat right now. If you guys want to hop in before we head out, just go ahead and jump on in. You don't have to show your face or anything, but go ahead and give us a holler at that point. But are we starting a new season, Guns, for college football?
When the new game comes out, so pretty much we'll all be freshmen again. Guys, got spots open. We'll be reaching out to the people that were that were on the team. Make sure that they still want to be on the team. Obviously, unless they want to bounce, hey, if you want to bounce, you can bounce. No hurt feelings here, but
I'm staying on the team. But I just want to be moved to another position.
I mean, we'll see. Oh yeah, we can move your positions, anything. Yeah, if you want to change positions or whatever the case may be, we can definitely figure that out.
Quarterback.
We'll definitely try to be more. What's the word? We'll try to spread it around because like for example, when we started this, we had like 5 wide receivers, and to be honest, that's a little tough spreading the ball to 5 wide receivers and making sure that everyone is happy. So we'll try to limit the numbers a little bit. So
what did I say that deserves a pause? Don't give him the pause, B. Jones. I don't know what I said.
I don't even know what you said. I want to know what you said too.
But Raul has no one cares about you.
That's definitely a pause.
Okay, whatever, fine. I'll give you that one.
Hey, Josh been getting you all week, man.
And Clippers even against the Nuggets. What, B. Jones? Hey,
You have to make another announcement.
Kawhi was just making every shot. I'll give him that, but they're not winning the series.
They're definitely gonna win. Yeah, you said that they're definitely winning the series.
And then you'll be back a Clipper fan then again.
No.
You're still, are you still in the portal? Like, are you claiming anything yet?
Nope. Until LeBron retires.
So if LeBron wasn't on the Lakers, you would be a Lakers fan.
Most likely.
Really? You hate LeBron that much?
I don't hate LeBron. He's just not the GOAT.
You clearly hate him if you don't want to be a fan of a team that he's on.
I don't like all the antics. I think he's one of the greatest players of all time, but he's not the greatest of all time. Because the greatest of all time don't have to run a greatest of all time campaign.
We don't need to talk about that because Raul's.
You know I've been going for hours about this.
God, here comes Raul. You already. Why would you start this? Let's see. B Jones
Must be friends. Hey, yo, Mark hates LeBron for sure, dude.
Definitely not. Definitely not. But,
Wait, what?
Oh, I'm be honest. It's kind of it's surprising that a good amount of Laker fans, kind of despise him. I guess, or I don't know if that's the right word, but like, I don't know. Like, the guy's 40 years old at the end of the day. I mean, I think you can just celebrate his greatness for what he's done for the game of basketball.
Yep.
Obviously, you guys want championships and totally understandable, but I mean, this is not the LeBron from early Cleveland or Miami. This is a different LeBron at the end of the day.
So I have a question for you guys then. Is he the greatest of all time of this generation?
I mean,
it's kind of hard to say that when you have Kobe. They played at the same time.
Yeah,
they did. Yeah.
So, what are we calling this generation? You know what I'm saying?
And Raul, I don't want to hear from you, Raul. We already know where you stand. But yeah, like I'd probably put Kobe over LeBron. Like when it comes to this generation, I would say when LeBron entered the league.
So that's like 2003. That's
2003.
Verge of prime Kobe.
Yeah, because Kobe, they ended up winning that year, didn't they? 2003.
2003, I think so.
And that was with Pau Gasol, right?
No, that was a Shaq.
That was Shaq too. Okay. So, all right. Well, we kind of got off USC. Actually, no. Troy Polamalu was just recently on campus, which was good to see. A lot of players got to get pictures with Troy, and that's the last thing I had going on at this point for USC. So we're going to head out of here. This Sunday we should be having a guest, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Keep an eye out for that. Or did you want to say who it is right now?
Yeah, I mean, why not?
All right. So put it on the calendar. Turn on the notification bells because we have Isan Tafa showing. Is that how you say his last name?
Yep.
Isan is going to be on. We're going to be tapping in with him this Sunday. So be on the lookout for that for the notifications for it. And get your questions ready for him, and then we'll go ahead and hopefully you guys can get your good questions in. But other than that, we're going to head out here. I'm getting hungry, so until next time, guys, keep the torch burning bright. Fight on.
Right on.
I don't.